So what's up, guys? We have seen nuclear scientists or workers in nuclear power plants wearing some sort of protective clothing while watching some science fiction movies or documentaries. Now, why is that so? Well, in a previous lesson, we learned that during radioactivity, spontaneous emission of radiation occurs, and that these radiations may be alpha, beta, or gamma radiations. You see, these radiations can have negative impacts on living cells. And it is for this reason that scientists working with radioactive substances need to protect themselves. In this lesson, we'll discuss the harmful effects of nuclear radiation and how they can be controlled. Let's start by considering how the radiation from a radioactive material can affect the cells in our body. As explained in our lesson on the properties of nuclear radiation, alpha, beta, and gamma radiations have the ability to cause atoms to ionize. Now, since the building blocks of the cells in our body are atoms, we should expect that nuclear radiation can interact with them and cause biological damage, which eventually affects the tissues and organs in the body. Exposure to a small dosage of nuclear radiation over a long period of time can affect the DNA, thereby leading to genetic mutations in living tissues. Cancer, anemia, and leukemia are some effects of radiation. Now, short-time exposure to very high levels of radiation, like the radiation released from atomic bomb blasts, can result in radiation sickness, which sometimes is referred to as radiation syndrome. In this case, the short-time high-level exposure causes the victim to experience symptoms like nausea and eventually death. Practical ways of controlling exposure to nuclear radiation is to properly store radioactive materials in a large lead block, since even the most penetrating form of radiation, that is gamma radiation, can be stopped by a large lead block. We should also dispose of radioactive waste materials properly. Lastly, regular checks should be carried out on equipment that use or generate nuclear radiation, like nuclear reactors. Here is a quick recap of what we've discussed so far. Nuclear radiation interacts with body cells and causes biological damage, which eventually affects the tissues and organs in the human body. Exposure to radiation can cause genetic mutation, cancer, anemia, leukemia, and death. Practical ways of controlling exposure to radiation include carrying out regular checks, proper storage, and disposal of radioactive materials. I'll see you soon.